Good evening, Lake Orion. I hope you're having a beautiful week. It's spring, the sun is shining, the birds are chirping,
and
I'm
storming. In between Taorminas.
Welcome to the program, ladies and gentlemen. I'm joined by the Taorminas as usual. What are you looking at?
Enjoying Memorial Day?
Did you enjoy yours?
Peaceful, quiet.
Peaceful and quiet?
Yeah.
How was the case?
It was beautiful, as always.
Beautiful as always.
But they put new power lines out there.
Put new power lines, huh?
Yeah. They did.
A little better service to the cabin now?
Maybe
No.
No? What was the point of the new
Same
power
service.
lines?
Same service.
Just wait till you get to Callwood Road.
Just wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, bring you in July.
I can't wait.
It'll be
Can't
fun.
wait to win the golf tournament.
Doubt it.
Doubt it.
Why? People often go from last to first. Happens all the time. Okay. Well, listen, guys. The last time we talked, everyone's favorite hockey team was doing
Nope.
well.
Nope.
Was doing well. Now they're not. Well, you know, but they still have a chance to win, right?
Well,
Hang on.
Okay.
I'm going to pose a question. This is gonna be a great debate because you two are on opposite spectrums. You called for Wings in 7. You called for Blackhawks in 5. Now it's going to be in 7. I'm going to pose a question. You're each going to get a moment to reflect and to come up with your response, and then we'll have a rebuttal period, okay? Are you ready?
Okay.
Are you ready?
start it, Chico.
Okay. I want to know why. Anthony, I want to know why. Why are the Wings going to win tomorrow? Tell me why.
I think you look at the Anaheim game. You look at the Red Wings won Game 2 of that game.
Yes.
Then they won Game 7. Look at what happened in Chicago in Game 2.
Mm-hmm.
The Wings won there. Game 7. I think history repeats itself. I think the Wings win. I think the Wings are going to want it more. I think Chicago has been exhausted having to play elimination games for 2 consecutive games.
The Blackhawks?
The Blackhawks, yes.
They didn't play an elimination game.
Yeah,
first
Game
round.
5 and
Oh,
Game
I'm
6.
sorry. Yes, okay.
But I think that the Blackhawks are exhausted from playing that, and I think the Wings will get them.
Okay.
You've not seen the Wings' best game,
Really? They've played some good games.
but they have not played their best.
Okay. Sammy, your question. Name the player on the Blackhawks that's going to prevent the Wings from winning.
Patrick Kane.
Tell me why.
Because Patrick Kane has done, he hasn't broken out yet.
No.
If he gets going, Detroit, they're done.
What makes you think he's going to break out in Game 7?
Because I think Chicago has last change, and also that Chicago being at home, I think in front of their crowd, I think he's going to be more motivated, more energized. I think he's due to have a breakout game against Detroit. Detroit's defense has been spotty at best, but I think that I just think Chicago with Patrick Kane, I think he's due to score at least 1-2 goals maybe against them. Jimmy Howard.
How would you answer this question? Not question. How would you respond to this statement? Going back to the regular season, when the Wings had to win 4 to get in, they did. When they went into Anaheim in Game 7, they had to win. They did. They're at another Game 7, another game they have to win. They've come up aces every time so far this year. Why are they not going to respond?
Because if you look at it, Chicago's got home ice advantage. Also, that this is a much different team than Anaheim. Chicago, they've got a lot of momentum. Detroit was up 3-1 in this series. I think that Chicago really's got everything going right now. They're riding high right now. I think that they're in Detroit's head right now. Their power play's clicking again, because in the first 5 games, their power play has not clicked. 4 games, excuse me, and then the Game 5, their power play clicked, and Game 6, their power play clicked. So I think
Right.
Chicago's power play is right now clicking at all cylinders for Chicago.
Who's the player that the Wings are going to rally around?
Can I respond first?
Yeah, sure.
Game 6, a lot of Red Wing fans felt that Gary Bettman cheated them. A lot of Red Wing fans feel that Gary Bettman wanted this to happen. They felt that the referees cost them the game. I think that it's a combination of, the Red Wings pretty much, I don't want to say they gave the game away because that wouldn't be fair. But I want to say that I would say that Chicago kind of was very opportunistic. I would say that, Chicago took advantage of those opportunities, and the realization of it is we're in a Game 7.
Okay. That all being said, the Wings gave a lot. They gave a lot away. They coughed the puck up a whole lot.
Period.
And that's not Gary Bettman. You know what I mean? Was that a weak call on the penalty shot? It was a pretty weak call, right? A little slap to the hands, and it's a penalty shot. It wasn't like it was a hook or anything.
I thought they were doing a good acting job.
It was. I didn't really care for that call, but the letter of the law, it should have maybe been a penalty, not a penalty shot. But either way, okay. Who's the player the Wings are going to rally behind? Because so far, I think in these playoffs, it's been Jimmy Howard. Is it still him in Game 7, or does Zetterberg step up? Does Datsuk?
I think two guys, and you said them right there. Jimmy Howard has got to play not just great, phenomenal.
Right.
I think that Jimmy Howard's got to be that defense, and I think that Zetterberg's got to be that offense. I think that Zetterberg is the leader. Zetterberg's the captain. I think if he gets going, the rest of the team gets going. And also, the Wings need to stay out of the penalty box.
Okay. They've done a decent job. Who was it that had the bad penalty yesterday?
Abdicator.
Was it Kindle?
Oh,
Where Blackhawks scored with 9 seconds into the power play?
Yep.
Yeah. They've done a decent job. And, you called it 7 games. I said Blackhawks in 7. You said Wings in 7. I hope you're right. But I think Babcock was right when he said, forcing a Game 7 with the Blackhawks it's actually a pretty big deal.
Yeah. It is, because it's an original 6 rivalry.
Detroit, Chicago.
It's a 1 and 7 seed. Blackhawks are clearly a better and deeper team. Wings
but
just
it's
one game.
Detroit, Chicago.
But it's Detroit, Chicago. I mean, still, you've got it's the Detroit Red Wings that you're playing against if you're the Blackhawks.
Well,
and also,
Detroit,
if you look
Chicago always has that rivalry.
But also, you look at it, Chicago has not really beaten Detroit. They haven't really proven anything unless you beat Detroit.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at how the Red Wings are, they're kind of the matching stick in terms of you want to beat to be relevant.
Sure. Real quick, I want you to scare Hockey Town. Tell them it's not happening. Go ahead, tell them.
The Chicago Blackhawks are going to win Game 7. Here's why. Patrick Kane, Jonathan Thames, they got all that depth. Corey Crawford, Duncan Keith. There's going to be Marion Hossa is going to be a perfect song, going like.
Done. I want you to look at Lake Orion. Tell Hockey Town everything's going to be all right. See you in the Western Conference Finals. Go ahead.
First things first, Wings fans. You don't need to panic. Yeah, they lost Game 5. They lost Game 6. But there's no reason to panic. The Wings have been in this situation before. They beat Anaheim in 7 games. They've won Game 2. They won Game 2 in Chicago. There's no doubt they can do it again at the Madhouse in Madison. I think the Wings will go and win in Chi-Town and then go play the Kings in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals.
Okay, let's cut his mic. Let's go to break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Detroit Tigers.
ONTV is proud to bring local government meetings to the community live on Comcast Channel 20 and AT&T UVerse Channel 99. However, if you're unable to watch the meetings on their original broadcast date, you can watch replays on our website at a time that best fits your viewing schedule. Visit orionontv.org. and click on the large Meetings on Demand button on the left side of our homepage. Then click the month and year of the meeting you are looking for. You will be presented with a list of meetings for that month. Click on the meeting you wish to watch and then click on the View Select Program button. The media player features a play pause button, a scrub bar, volume bar, and a full screen mode. You can also skip ahead by clicking on the indexed agenda items below the video. ONTV hopes to continue to make not only the meetings, but all of our programming accessible online through our website and our YouTube channel. For more information, visit orionontv.org or call us at 248-693-3377. ONTV, bringing your government to you.
Welcome back. You want to say it?
Nope.
Okay. Welcome back to Between Taorminas, right here on Orion Neighborhood Television. And let's move from one Illich team to the next. Friday. Pretty good game by Sanchez, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that poses the question. It's been an interesting year for pitching because clearly there's an ace of the staff. His name's Justin Verlander, but the past few weeks he has not pitched like the ace of the staff.
They got 5 aces.
I think though it comes down to this year and the early going. Sanchez and Scherzer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Verlander has not up to his standards, but he's pitched very well for most pitcher standards. But let's put the debate between Scherzer and Sanchez right now. I mean, who do you guys think right there has the upper hand?
I think Scherzer because you know even though I have Max Scherzer on my fantasy team, but I think that scouts have said that his stuff was better than Verlander's.
His fastball.
Fastball.
Yes.
But I think if you look at it here, you think I'm going to be crazy, okay?
I already do. Go ahead.
But I think Max Scherzer's stuff is much better than Justin Verlander's.
Much better.
It's much better.
All of his stuff?
Most of his stuff is better than Justin Verlander's. Because if you look at it here, what he's got a slider.
So does Verlander.
He's got a changeup. He's
So does
also got a
Verlander.
fastball.
So does Verlander.
look at
Plus a
what-
curveball.
You look at
Go
what
ahead.
he's done. I mean, like, I think that Scherzer right now should be technically right now the ace of the staff.
And tell me you're going to say something a little different.
I think that Scherzer is a good number 2 behind Verlander.
Okay.
I think that Verlander's the best pitcher in the game. The fact that Sanchez almost got a no-no against a very, the Twinkies, they're so-so,
weak.
but
They're kind of weak.
But I mean, it's still a no-no. It's still almost a no-no.
They have some good big league hitters.
Also, too, I mean, Sanchez, I feel like is your number 4 pitcher behind
Fister.
Yes, behind Fister.
Well,
I think that
wow.
But anyways, I think that the fact is the Tigers, and Sammy said it a little bit, they have 5 aces right now that are
5.
5.
No, Porcello. Rick.
But they have 5
Porcello.
pretty good pitchers, and then
I'd
they
say
got
they have
Drew
4
Smiley in
above
the
average
bullpen.
pitchers.
They have Drew Smiley in the bullpen,
Yeah.
and he can be a starter at any time.
Yeah.
But the one thing that, I don't know is this impressing you guys or not? Tigers actually got a closer in Jose Valverde.
Be ready for your heart rate, right? Is your heart rate going like that? Yeah.
But as much as we don't like that, the realization of it is Valverde's your closer right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I will give the man credit. He shored up the bullpen. But here's how I heard this comparison earlier today with Valverde. He's like that girlfriend you had where everything was going great. You know what I mean? 49 for 49 in a row. Or not in a row, but 49 for 49. That's, like the first year of your relationship with your girlfriend. Things are great. You're in love. You meet the parents. Everything's wonderful. Then things start going sour the next year, right? Big spots. He blew up. Now it's like
He's blown up once.
we've come back to that old girlfriend.
He's blown up once this year, though.
No. He blew up in the playoffs last year. Terribly.
Blown up once this year.
This year,
Except for one game.
it wasn't in a big game.
It was Cleveland.
It was Cleveland. It wasn't New York. It wasn't
I think he's
Oakland.
starting to lose
It wasn't
now.
the World Series. I'm just saying, we'll have to see the Valverde situation play out. But right now, I'm happy because his numbers are good. He's cemented people's roles in the bullpen. No one's really wondering who the closer is because we all know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Going back to Sanchez, though, let's look at his earlier performance against the Braves. Remember he struck out 17?
Yep.
17. That set a
impressive.
Tigers franchise record.
Mm-hmm.
And
well,
he
the
had
thing
a.
is, Sanchez is, you look at how he is, he's not, he's not, I would not say, opposing managers don't look at Sanchez as they look at Verlander, Scherzer, and Pfister. They look at Sanchez as your number 4.
I would say Sanchez has been a lot better than Pfister this
There's
year.
no doubt about that, but I mean, they still look at Verlander, Scherzer, and Pfister. They look at them over Sanchez, and I think Sanchez does get overlooked quite a bit.
I do agree with that. A lot of people do look at look at those 3 guys, and then Sanchez is technically the team's fourth best pitcher because you take a look at, you can pitch on any fit day, but also you got to look at what they're dealing with. You got Verlander, Scherzer, Pfister. If Pfister can get his mind right, you know what I mean, he'll be just fine.
Who throws a no-hitter first? This year or any year, just in their career, who throws their next no-hitter? Sanchez or Verlander?
Verlander.
Sanchez.
Doesn't that give him something then, if you think that?
What do you guys think about the Tigers' opponent this week, the Pittsburgh Pirates? Very good team, playing St. Louis and Cincinnati, competing with them. Big series for the Tigers. Big series because you look at the Tigers and the Pirates are just like...
Detroit, 2 in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I mean, that's very rare. You don't see that happen very often where you have 2 games in Detroit, 2 games in Pittsburgh.
They usually have a home and home every year with
But,
the,
I mean,
with the Pirates.
It's back-to-back.
But not
it's
back-to-back, yeah.
So, I mean, it's
It's
very
cool.
unique. I mean, but also they're both competing in races, in very intense races.
And it's also the homecoming
They're both competing in
And it's the homecoming of your favorite player.
Mute the mic. Mute the mic.
Inge. Brandon Inge.
Don't care.
Yeah, you care.
Don't care.
Yes, you care.
Don't care. He's
Yes,
not on
you-
our team. I don't care.
You care.
But, I mean, you look at Pittsburgh. They're in a race with St. Louis and Cincinnati. They need this series just like Detroit needs this series.
Where were the Pirates last year? First half, great.
They were great.
And
Then
then
Second
like
half. They've done that the past couple of years, just
Pittsburgh
like
has
the
not
Indians.
had a
I don't
winning
think
season
Pittsburgh's
since
going to
Joe
happen
Ewing.
like this. I don't think Pittsburgh is going to struggle like they have been.
Yeah, but
this year.
St. Louis and Cincinnati are going to be here to
Yeah,
stay.
I know.
You think St. Louis is here to stay?
Yeah.
Yeah, they seem to be every year. Who did I say would win that division? Cincy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll see. We'll see. All right. We got 1 minute left here. Anything you want to point out about this this series with the Pirates, player-wise?
Big series because they've got the Pirates have got some really good batters.
The Pirates
Got a good
pitching
lineup.
staff has figured out Miguel Cabrera a little bit.
In one game?
Yeah.
In one game,
Struck out twice.
the whole staff has figured him out in one game?
Yeah.
Well, they can't. Johnny Peralta's the MVP right now. He's been playing great baseball.
He's had
for
a
the
really
Tigers.
good early start to the year.
Really good baseball for the Tigers, and I think he's been your MVP early on. Not counting Cabrera, not being Cabrera Prince,
I'd say Miggy is absolutely the MVP.
not counting Cabrera Prince, but I mean Peralta's doing really well.
Okay, fair enough.
We have to
Absolutely.
give him a shout out and love.
Oh, yeah. Give him some love. Give him some love.
And give some up to Brandon Inge. Ian's favorite player. Brandon Inge. Brandon Inge.
As Ian recovers from the shock, we'll be right back to Between Taorminas on ONTV.
Hey, this is Mickey York from Fox Sports Detroit. When I want to get the inside scoop on local sports, I watch Between Taorminas or Fox Sports Detroit.
We want a Habitat home.
I love
Are you sure
working
you've had
on my
Mickey?
Habitat home.
I don't think he was.
My neighbor is a Habitat homeowner.
Being a Habitat homeowner has changed our lives.
My mortgage payment for Habitat is less than what I paid for rent.
Habitat for Humanity of Oakland County currently has homes available with mortgage payments lower than most rent payments. If you or someone you know needs decent and affordable housing, call 248-338-1843 or visit our website at habitatoakland.org.
Welcome back to Between Taorminas here on Orion Neighborhood Television, where it's time for the third segment. And this is an issue that you guys want to discuss about public versus private schools. In accordance, or corresponding with the track meet, the Oakland County track meet.
That middle school track meet
Right.
that's just Thursday. I think that private schools have no business competing.
Talk to the
I think
folks.
the private schools have no business competing in the county meet. I think that it's extremely unfair that private schools have to go out and recruit kids in order to be good. I think that it's not right. It's not fair. I think kids should be developed from within the school system, within the community. I think that Walden, Scripps, and Oakview are 3 teams that have developed kids from the bottom up, not exactly had to be, quote, recruited in or had to pay to get in. I think that my stance on middle school track in terms of recruiting, we're going to find out on Thursday in terms of how this is going to go, because, you got a school called St. Regis who, that's a private school, and they openly recruit kids, and I just think that's not fair that kids that, you have to essentially buy a kid to be good.
Okay.
Well, you got to look at it here. The MHA is cracking down on this starting in 2014, 2015. They're going to make sure that those kids who are athletic transfers, who are going to other schools via athletic
But that's a problem.
But also, they're gonna make sure they're gonna make them stay out a year. I have a whole article on that on my blog in the Dragon's Den. It's one of the topics, but I think that the middle school that nobody should be able to recruit in middle school and especially in high school. They should not be able to have that.
The problem
recruiting.
is that with these kids is that they could make an excuse saying that it's academically motivated, and that's that's not right either.
It's not. It's not because I look at it here like, what is the GPA over at a school like Country Day or St. Mary's or Brother Rice,
Or Catholic Central.
Or Catholic Central. I mean, I question that. Are they really going for the academics or are they going for the athletics?
I have nothing against those schools as long as as long as it's for academic purposes. But I mean, it seems like a lot of these kids go to these schools for athletic purposes, and I think that that's not right. You notice if you look in football too, you look at those same schools every year are competing for state championship.
Troy Cass
Why?
Tech.
Add Cass Tech to it too. And you know why? Because those kids openly recruit, and they openly are what you call private schools. They only select they only select a certain few who could go to those schools, and I think that's wrong. I think that I just think that these private schools have an unfair competitive advantage.
They do, and I think they need to have their own league. They need to have their own league, their own thing.
I know.
They need to. They need to.
It's wrong. What do you think, Ian?
I don't know enough about it. I can't.
They need to have their own league.
I can't make
Okay.
an educated comment about it.
Understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I just, hey, yeah. You ready?
Yeah. Hit that new music! It's got 5 minutes.
Cue the tunes.
All right. My first call out involves somebody who had. Oh, the music is on. All right. My first call out involves a visit to the Midnight Train, Mr. Tim English. Why? Simple. Listen. You blamed me for why the Red Wings lost. Tim, I think that's a bit crazy. This music states that you're crazy. I had nothing to do with the game. If you want to blame somebody for why the Wings lost, look the person in the mirror. Bottom line is the Wings will bounce back and win, but Tim, I think you've given up hope on the Wings. It's that easy.
Man, you sound like a Wings fan today, buddy.
My second call out involves this music. This is so beautiful.
Oh, yeah,
Anyways,
it's nice music.
my second call out involves, Mr. Bill Reese. Why?
Oh dear.
Simple. Look, at the same time, the city meet I felt it should have been at Lake Orion High School. It's been at Oakview, I would say, the last 4 years.
5.
We have 5. But, I mean, You look at how like Orion Girls Lacrosse are the host. Mr. Reese, you know, these kids need to be at the high school learning how to adapt to the high school. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to have it at Oakview, but the kids need to have it at the high school so they can get an experience of being in track and being at the high school for next year.
Okay, well, since we're running out of time, okay, I'm going to limit mine to one call-out. The person I'm going to call out tonight, of course, is a TV5 news anchor that has a little bit of an issue with. I actually had a little crush on her until I found out something. I'm going to go with Katie O'Mara. Katie O'Mara, why? Let's look at it here. I can't believe that. You mean, like, I can't believe you weren't the one that sent me the email about a couple months ago about why Oakland County was not in the area. Why? I mean, like, you know, I watch him when I'm up north. I watch you on TV, you know, doing the news and all that. It was nice. It was peaceful. But now, I don't know what to say anymore. Who are you? I can't believe this. Katie O'Mara, good news reporter. You're a good anchor.
Terrible human.
No. But I'm 17 now.
Gotta love this music. Cha-la-la.
I'm still confused. Why did you just call it that nice woman? What did she do to you?
I thought she was going to write me an email back.
So you emailed her and she didn't respond to you?
Nope.
Oh, no. And you had a crush on her?
Yeah.
What'd you say to her in the email?
Keep the music running.
I'm not going to say. It's confidential.
Thank you.
Did you ask her on a date?
No.
No?
Found out she was married.
What? Oh? Do
Okay.
you know the husband?
No.
You could beat him up, maybe.
No.
Okay. All right.
Look at this beautiful music.
Is this going to be a mainstay here?
I
with the
don't know.
calls?
This music should be a
I
mainstay.
kind of like it. It kind of helps it out. Kind of
makes
drowns
for
out your
comedy
voice a little
relief.
bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It makes for great comedy relief.
Sure. We need that on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We do.
All right. Well, anything else you want to say?
No, not really. Thank you for asking, Ian.
Sure. You got it. Sam, you just want to dance, huh?
Like this music.
Is that a move from your dance-off?
Nope.
You got
Oh,
better moves
boy.
than that?
Poor Dennis.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You good then? You don't want to say anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you for tuning in this evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we will see you next week right here on Orion Neighborhood Television.